it up. It's The Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Howell.
I look around, I can't believe my eyes. Everywhere I turn, I can see this mighty nation cry. Now I've always been one to try to speak my mind. You know I gave up my soul to a world that seems so unkind. Now everyone's so offended by every little thing they see. Have we become so demented? Well, I could say that ain't the way it should be. Come on, people, are you ready? We're gonna take you on a wild ride. If they all hear our voice, and they won't have a choice, because we all need rock in our lives. I see the news, I think we're hypnotized. Everything that we're told we believe and never question why. Now I've never been one that chose to waste my time. You can preach all you want, they'll believe, but don't you take what's mine. Well, now I'm finally offended by all the crazy shit I see. How'd we become so dependent? Well, this used to be the land of the free. Come on, people, are you ready? We're gonna take you on a wild ride. Don't be shy, it's okay. I don't care if you sway to the left or the right. Come on, people, are you ready? Now stand up, put on your leather, because you're never too old. You've been told, I know that music brings us together.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the band Wild America, guitarist Billy DiNapoli. How you doing, Billy?
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from my home in Monroe, Connecticut.
Awesome. What's the weather like there?
We're getting hit with a storm right now as we speak, actually, but it has finally warmed up here in Connecticut. But we were getting hit with a storm right now, heavy rain and wind.
Well, I bet you wish you were where I am. It's 75 and sunny here in North Myrtle Beach.
Well, you know, I wouldn't mind it. It's lovely there, and I also I love the South, especially Florida. I love the warm weather.
Yeah, a band like yours will do well during the high peak of the season. You know what I mean?
Well, we'd like to get down there. I know you and I had spoke before where, we were trying to, we got a busy schedule and we're trying to fit a couple of dates in. We had reached out to a venue down there, Suck Bang Blow, which is very popular. I know you've heard of it. And they're going back and forth with us right now on just scheduling, and another place, Club Rewind. And, we have a few ideas and we'd like to get down there before this tour is done. And, we are smack dab, we started this thing last May, but then we got interrupted with things like Omicron and Delta. And so, we're about 22 shows, 11 states in, and we got at least another dozen to go. And so that's definitely in our plans. This thing is probably going to end at the New England Rock Festival that John Kibble will throw with Steelheart and others in the first week of October. And so before that time comes, we want to make sure we touch all the major hubs that we can, and Myrtle Beach is definitely on our list.
That's awesome. The last time we spoke on the air was August of 2019. Since then, you've released a brand new album with Wild America, Old School Cool, on Kibble Records. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. We're proud of the album. We think it's great. And obviously it was delayed because of COVID and all these, everything that's been going on in the world. You probably would have saw this album a year and a half ago, but it is what it is, and it's worth the wait. I'll tell you that. We're proud of it. We think it came out even better than our first album did.
Yeah, I think it's a great album. And speaking of, I want to thank you for sending me that package with all the CDs and the T-shirt. I'm actually wearing it right now. It fits like a glove.
That's great. Well, you know what? We appreciate all your support. And, you've always been behind us, so no problem at all.
Yeah, I love you guys. And one of the tracks on the album called Stronger, it's a duet, features vocalist Roy Cathy from Steel City the Fifth and Cold Sweat as well. How did that come about?
Well, that was basically Joey's brainchild. We had met Roy on the road playing festivals. We met him at Rocket Skull the first time about 5 years ago, and we struck up a friendship. And Joey always really admired Roy, and he's a fantastic singer, and there's no doubt about that. Everybody knows that. And then when he was playing, obviously we met him with the Fifth. Then he was playing obviously with our friend Mike Floros in Steel City, and so we saw him again playing with them, and we just struck up a friendship. And then Joey actually reached out to him. This was all Joey's brainchild. He wrote a song, and he thought that Roy would be the perfect fit for the duet. And it came out great. We got a good response from it, and obviously it came out a year ago now. But like I said, everything got delayed, and between Facebook and YouTube, the video's got about 30,000 spins, and we're proud of it. And like I said, that was all Joey, because I did a lot of writing on the album, but I actually didn't have anything to do with the creation of that song. And of course, Andrew Caden worked with Joey on it extensively, and Andy's always the engineer in the studio and the keyboard player on all our stuff, and he's our longtime bandmate, and that's how it came about. That's how it was created.
Yeah, great choice, Roy Cathy, great singer. You couldn't have picked a better guy, I think. It's a great tune.
I agree, but again, Joey gets all the credit. It was his idea, and I agree with you. He couldn't have picked a better guy.
This podcast is going to feature two of your brand new tracks. Are You Ready? Until We Meet Again. What's the story behind those two?
Are You Ready? It's kind of our response to everything that's been going on in the world. And now it's not really a political statement one way or the other. We don't do those, but it is kind of saying how everybody's just going to be ready to unleash when we put some of this unpleasant things that have had this unpleasantness behind us. The pandemic, people fighting about politics. It's just about forgetting about all that and going out and having a good time. Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to unleash? Forget about all that stuff. So, that's basically what it's about. And the lyrics speak for themselves, and we wanted everybody to forget about all that stuff and just have a good time. And that's what the song is about.
Okay.
And, Till We Meet Again is, that's like to me, it was, Eddie Van Halen had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had him on my mind. And the song's kind of got like a Van Halen-y type of twist and sound. And it's a summery song. It's like about two kids that meet on summer vacation and fall in love. And I would say it's probably more of a Sammy Hagar Van Halen song, even though I probably always preferred the DLR Roth version of Van Halen. But, Sammy Van Halen songs were kind of always about, falling in love. And David Lee Roth songs were always kind of about, I'm going to chase down your daughter, that type of deal. So it's
right.
It was a different type of swag, but it's kind of like, I think, a Hagar-esque Van Halen tune. It's just a fun summer song about two kids meeting each other on a summer vacation, and that's what it's about.
Very cool. Your last release, Gasoline, you shot a killer music video for the title track. Will there be a music video from this release, and if so, what track?
Well, it's being discussed right now. I can't really say which one for sure, but I would say Are You Ready is in the running for being one of them. I think that's what our boss, John Kibble, has in mind. We have the Gasoline video. We also have the Stronger video, and there's definitely going to be another video upcoming. I can't say for sure which song it's going to be, but if I was a betting man, I'd probably wager on Are You Ready?
Very cool. You just recently played the Whiskey A Go-Go and are lined up to play Masquerade, Monsters on the Mountain, and the New England Rock Fest. What's it like playing venues like that?
I mean, listen, we've tried to up the ante. We were about 16 shows, through a half dozen states, and then COVID hit. And then, we started again and got stopped again. So, we wanted to put together a full tour that we can finish. And we did try to, we also have a theater show coming up here in Norwalk, Connecticut with Quiet Riot on Friday, the 27th of May. And we're playing with Autograph at another big place in Massachusetts called The Vault, New Bedford, July 8th. We got a lot of good shows coming up, and you know what? What's it like playing those shows?
Yeah,
it's definitely, it's fantastic. Playing the Whiskey was a thrill, and it's something that was on our list that we hadn't got to yet. And playing a historic venue like that, where music, that's where rock was born.
Right.
And it was an honor. We did a great job. The crowd was great. We were very, very honored, pleased, thrilled, all of the above. We're super excited for Monsters on the Mountain. I grew up going to Monsters of Rock events when I was a kid. Nice. Now to be playing one, we're thrilled. And like I said, that is our intention too. We want to release albums and we want to tour the albums. We want to get, we want to get to our fans so they could see us live.
Now, is there any band in particular you're looking forward to working with and sharing the stage with throughout this tour?
Gee whiz.
I noticed you're playing with a lot of great ones.
For all of them. I have respect for all of them. Like, for instance, we were in Colorado with Steel Heart. And, those are guys I knew growing up. I was trained by the original guitar player, Chris Rizzola of Steel Heart. And, I've known Mr. Mativich from way back. And it was a thrill playing with them in Colorado. And even with the current lineup he has, he's still fantastic. And, obviously we're psyched about Quiet Riot. And then, of course, my dear and respected friend Jimmy Bell of Autograph. We love playing with Firehouse, who are good friends with our label owner, John Kibble. We've been, enough is enough. Chip is the greatest guy ever. He's such a nice guy. We've enjoyed all of them, and they've all been good to us. Lynch Mob. We've played with a lot of big ones, and we've enjoyed them. We've enjoyed them all. But coming up, if you're asking upcoming, I'm excited about Autograph, Quiet Riot, all the great bands we'll play with on Monsters. We definitely are excited and respect the big acts that we're fortunate enough to play in front of.
What is it about music that makes you feel passionate?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm I'm about playing to people. I give musicians credit that are lifers that maybe, and what I mean by that is there's lots of people that are playing a dinner bar from 6 to 9 acoustic 3-4 nights a week, and then they're playing 2 electric gigs on the weekends with another act. I know guys that play 5-6 nights a week to make ends meet, and they just love music, and they probably sit around and practice all the time. And I like the show. I like playing for the people.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't have cool, exciting stuff lined up, I mean, I'd probably end up, just sitting on a beach somewhere, retired. Because if I don't have that stuff in front of me, it's just that, I'm not a guy that. Now I also practice and work on my craft and make sure I'm ready to go. But someday when I don't have these things or I'm not putting out albums, heck, my gear will probably be in the basement covered by a sheet.
Wow.
I just got a lot of other stuff I like to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm for the fans and making people happy and the shows.
What can the fans expect when they see Wild America live? What can they expect from the show?
Well, what they can expect is we're going to play and sing the songs just like the record. They're going to sound just like the record, and even a little more energy. And our touring drummer now is a guy named Derek Pontier, who was in Great White for 8 years, and he's been added to the touring lineup, and he's a consummate professional, and he is an extraordinary drummer and adds to our live sound. And the rest, Joey and Steve on bass, Steve Wovkenik on bass, and everything's going smooth. The shows are, we like to put on a show. We get in your face, we're animated. We play our asses off, and that's our job to make sure that the people coming in who are plunking down good money to see us get their money's worth and more. And I think the guys are all doing a great job with that during this tour.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some great shows, and we've had no hiccups. Everything's running smooth.
That's awesome. Now you have another band as well, Stairway to Helen. Do you find that it's easier to sell both when you try to book a venue? Because there are a lot of places like where I live that cover songs as well. Do you find that a good selling point?
That's a good question. Yeah, well, that was kind of my purpose. I started Stairway to Helen, not just because I love Van Halen and Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
I started it because, around here, Connecticut's kind of like very pop music dominated, and if you want to play shows with lots of people, you need something that's mainstream. And even though Van Halen and Led Zeppelin is still kind of harder rock, it's mainstream and most people love it. So tribute acts are also very hot, and it was easy for me to take that band around the country where people are more inclined to book that. Like, for instance, when we're talking about Suck, Bang, and Blow in Myrtle Beach,
right.
They want Stairway to Helen more than they want Wild America, but that's because that's just what the country is right now.
Right.
And what we do is since the backline of Stairway to Helen and Wild America are the same band members,
mm-hmm.
It's just like you bring the band and 2 singers and we both play, and it's almost like one band, and I could put Wild America in front of that band, and the pay is better,
mm-hmm.
and it's just an easy the way I have it set up, it's a perfect situation. One band can help the other.
Right. It's an easy sell, right?
It's an easier sell. Listen, when you're an original band and you go to book places, unless you're with a label, which, fortunately, Kibble has given us the opportunities to play with the big national acts. Stairway to Helen could book shows on their own and make big money just because they're a tribute act. We can literally go play 3 gigs somewhere like Florida on a weekend, and Friday, Saturday, and an earlier show Sunday, and make more than enough money to pay for the trip, and everybody gets paid good. Now, you can't always do that with an original act. So, yes, Stairway the idea was definitely to work in coordination with Wild America, almost like it's one family working identity. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I think it's a brilliant idea. It's a good selling point because, like I said, when you come down to like Myrtle Beach in Florida and stuff like that, when you go out at night, there are a lot of bands that play cover tunes. So you can actually put in your original stuff with the Van Halen and the Led Zeppelin, and you're gonna get the crowd. You're gonna win the crowd over.
Well, we've already done a lot of shows around the country where, Stairway will go on, Wild America will go on. Usually, like, say there's 3 or 4 bands, and Wild America will go on second and third and play like a 70-minute set, and then Stairway comes on and closes the night and plays an hour and 45 minutes. And here's me and my bandmates, other than the singers, we're on stage for 2 hours, almost 3 hours straight.
Wow.
2 hours, 45 minutes, 3 hours plus. I mean, when we played our last Bradley Masquerade last year, or whatever it was called, it's escaping me. Bradley's show last May in Maryland, we played, and Stairway played an hour and a half, and Wild America played 70 minutes, and it was 104 degrees inside the Cancun Cantina that day because it was an unseasonably hot day in May, and we were on stage, sweating. It was a hot one, but we played all night, and we were just in Maryland again for the M3 pre-party in the same and we're looking forward to playing for Brad in Philly this time in July, late July, I believe it's the 28th through the 30th for the Masquerade that's upcoming, and that's going to have, Dirty Looks and Autograph and lots of great bands. You know what I mean? So, so we're looking forward to that as well. But Airway thing, when I was just at the M3 pre-party, people were coming up to me and going, "Hey, how come there's not double duty tonight? How come Stairway's not here too?" And they almost become accustomed to it. They go to Florida, same thing. One band plays 70 minutes, the next band plays an hour and a half, and then you're only paying 5 guys.
Right.
So it worked out. It was a good idea, and it's a good brand. Stairway to Helen's a good brand name, we think, and it's going over well, and it's definitely helped Wild America as well. Very
cool. Now, outside of music, what are your interests? What do you like to do for fun?
Well, I love to spend time with my family, my lovely gal, my son, her children as well, and I love sport, and I love the beach, and I love the sun, but I love sports. I am a huge sports fan. A lot of times our vacations will always consist of, a couple big sporting events, and that's my thing. I mean, football Sunday, every Sunday during football season, that's like Christmas to me.
Are you a Patriots fan?
I am not a Patriots fan. I am. Now, in all the sports, I usually roll with the New York teams because I grew up less than an hour from New York, so I was always a Yankee fan, and
cool.
I grew up going to New York Knicks games, even though they're god awful. I gotta admit, I always was a big Magic Johnson and Kareem fan, so I like the Lakers too. But the Yankees and the New York Islanders were my diehard teams, but my football team is out of town. I've always been a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately nowadays, since they've been pretty much an embarrassment for the last 20 plus years. They're the definition of underachievement. But yeah, and we love sports. My family, we are big sports fans, and we like to get to as many games as we can.
Awesome. Do you have a website you'd like to promote?
I always am promoting, as you'll always see too on social media, wildamericaband.com, DiNapoli and you can go to stairwaytohalen.com. And actually, when you want to get merch from us too, the shops in all those sites are linked. So when you go to either site, whether it's the wildamericaband.com or the DiNapolimusic.com, as well as the Stairway site, it's the same pro shop. So you link to one and boom, you're in all 3.
Nice.
So it just makes things easier. So you can shop for Wild America albums and merch, as well as Stairway to Halen stuff. And we always have, actually, we're going to have a whole bunch of merch coming, all different types of stuff, lots of stuff. So you'll see it's going to be more than just shirts, picks, and albums. We're going to have a lot of different stuff. I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but you're going to go on in a couple of weeks, and you're going to have so much stuff to choose from.
Very cool. Is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
You pretty much covered it all. I just want people to keep. The album is really shot out of the gate well, and the first week has been unbelievable. We're just we're thankful for the success it's having so far. But, we want people to keep supporting us. And, if you haven't gotten the new album, Old School Cool, yet, or even Gasoline, go on our sites, buy the music, support the band, because that helps keep us on the road and doing what we do. And we really do appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, Billy, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today and talking to me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. You know that. I always love coming on with you. You know what, Jimmy Hall, you're one of the guys out there in this business that bands like us, we rely on. So we appreciate it.
I appreciate you and the CDs and the shirt, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in my neighborhood real soon.
Well, we're going to get down there, and hopefully you could make a trip, to some of these. If you haven't got tickets to Monsters of the Mountain, boy, you can get up there for a little weekend trip. That's going to be something else. I mean, oh my God, the bands are endless.
Yeah.
Tom Kiefer, Night Ranger, Autograph, Quiet Riot, Extreme. I mean, on and on and on and on. I mean, there's going to be some events where we'll be not just in your hometown, but near you.
Cool. Well, let's stay in touch. If you're going to be in the area, let me know, and we'll definitely hook up, all right?
I always will. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll talk soon, all right, buddy?
All right, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.